Um, so right now I'm sitting at about, we are 6 years into this game, and into this game, into this game we call life, right? Make it dramatic like. And this has kind of been my journey with locks as it is now. Now, when I initially got locks, right, I was like kind of in my wits end because I had started off with locks, or started off with loose natural hair for pretty much my entire life. I had cut my hair several times, tried different styles, different things, but I remember being in the north end of the United States, right? Where really the sun just don't shine a lot at all. And I remember going into Trader Joe's and I saw this lady. She had blonde locks, like blonde blonde. It was like beach blonde locks. And she came in, and all I thought was, whoa, I want that hair. Her hair was so beautiful, y'all. Beach blonde locks, and it was just flowing, beautiful locks. But I had never seen locks like that. I've only seen locks that were big or like freeform locks or thick, things like that. I'd never seen small locks. And so I saw her, and this was probably what, 12 years ago. I saw her and I was like, what is your hair? Because at that point, I had no idea what it was. It was like, it's not braids, it's not twists, it's not traditional locks, but it looked like it could be. And she was like, oh yeah, I got sister locks. And immediately I went home and looked up that mess because I was like, and at the time, y'all, I don't even think I had a smartphone. That's how long ago this was. But I will say I was really, really slow to the smartphone, error or whatever you want to call it. I remember saying to my husband, why do I need my email, the internet, social media on my actual phone? I remember saying that. And so I got it, and I started looking up and doing research and realized that, hey, these locks are something that I could really get down with. Fast forward 6 years later, that's when I actually got them installed and actually found someone and got all that going. But it was amazing because I was like, wow, this is something that I really think I want, y'all. Really think I want. And so when I got my locks, I had baby number three. I had already cut all my hair off for the second time, which I loved. I had a taper cut, and let me tell you, it was a vibe. Okay. And I loved it. But as my hair started to grow out, I was like, okay, we need to do something different. And so I found a loctician, just literally a lady from my church who I went up to, was like, hey, do you know somebody who do my hair? She was like, yeah, I do hair. And she's actually a natural hairstylist, like board certified. And so for me, that was like, check. And I saw how she maintained her daughter's hair. I saw how she maintained her hair. And her daughter had the most beautiful, unbelievable hair. Oh, it was just chef's kiss. Okay, just beautiful. And so I was like, hey, can you help me get started on this journey? Now, at the time, I knew of sister locks. I kind of knew of microlocs, but I knew my pockets. And I said, I can't afford to spend thousands of dollars. Hello, hello. Perkins. I see you, Rowan Perkins. Hello. Um, but I couldn't afford to spend thousands of dollars on a hairstyle, right? And I put that in quotation because this is more of a lifestyle. This is something I have for the last 6 years. I plan to keep having it. But my journey was not that. I was like, I cannot afford to spend as much. So actually, I went the first time around that I was going to get my locks. I went on to the Sister Lock website and I found a trainee. That is a hack. So if you're looking for locks, sister locks, whatever, go onto that website, find a trainee, and they can do it a little bit cheaper. Now, at the time, the trainee cost was like $450. Now, I would have to travel about 4 hours away from my home, stay in a hotel for 3 days because it takes days for them to actually get your hair done. And so that was my journey in it. I was like, at the time, I was all for it, and then I backed out. I checked out, y'all. I chickened out. And then the second time I came around, I came back to her, and she was like, yeah, I can install your locks. Let's get it going. We got it on the books, y'all. It was so cheap. It was so cheap. Okay. It was so cheap. And we got it done. And I have loved these locks. And I remember the first day I got them done, like they were completely done. It took 3 days. It took something like, I think it was like 16 hours or something like that because again, my hair was a lot shorter. I had already cut it. So I started off about hair about this high, and I actually got my locks, and then I realized that about a few months in that they were bigger than I wanted them to be. So you know what I did? I went to YouTube University, y'all, and I actually looked up how to interlock. And so what I did was took out some of the locks that were just too big. They were just too big, and I knew that they were going to be bigger, and I knew that they were going to grow. So I wanted to make sure that it was okay, and I did that. I took them out, I put them back in. It was not the best decision ever as far as trying to actually put them back in, but it was a great decision in that I got the exact size that I wanted. And I know I've said this before, so if you've been following me for a while, you kind of see my rhythm of things. My biggest priority was not to have a perfect grid. It was to have nice locks that were the size I wanted and have somebody who can maintain them well. Now, my loctician, I am blessed because I have a loctician who knows how to take care of natural hair, who does it well. She washes my hair, she massages my scalp, y'all. It is a it's so wonderful. And she makes sure that my locks stay hydrated. They are never, ever, ever dry. Like never dry. And she does such a good job at this. So I make sure that it's all well and it's all good, and that's how it happens. Oh, you have a great night too. See you later. And so that's what happens. And so when that happened, when I found my loctician, I knew I was going to stick with her. And so that's kind of my journey on how I got from loose natural, never knowing what locks was, seeing everything that happens and everything that's going. But I have really enjoyed this journey. It has been not only a lifesaver, a time saver, and all the other things. I have just enjoyed being able to get up and go and to get up and do and different things like that. So I came on this video just to kind of talk about how to maintain the locks, right? So if you have locks, you're thinking about locks and you're like, hey, I need to do this and I need to make sure that it's all right. This is what we do. So keeping a lock maintenance schedule. So that's your retightenings, whether you do them yourself or you get them done, making sure you're on a schedule. For me, it's every 4 to 6 weeks. I'm pushing it, 4 to 6 weeks, maybe 5 weeks, 6 weeks. It starts to get real dicey up in there. And so I make sure to keep that schedule for my loctician, not only for that, but to keep my hair clean, to keep it hydrated, and all those other things. After that, I make sure that throughout that time, I'm making sure that my hair is protected. So if I'm working out, if I'm going swimming or anything like that, I'm making sure that I am keeping my hair hydrated. I'm making sure that I am twisting and binding or anything like that. Um, hey, Brett. Yeah, my hair is frizzy because I have very, very curly hair. And in my locks, my curls like to get out of my locks, but I love it. So yeah. You really need to probably go to sleep. um, but yeah, so I that is kind of how I keep up with my lock maintenance schedule because y'all, with these locks, with your hair, you just have to take care of it, period. No matter if you have loose natural hair, no matter if you have locks, whatever it is, unless you have free form locks. And I always say, y'all, if you're going to have that free form locks, making sure that you are taking care of your hair because it is what grows from your head. And if you don't, all types of things can happen. And they do happen, and that's just life. But making sure you stay on that schedule or you get on that schedule or find somebody who can help you out with it. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here, have a little fun, and do a live for now. So if y'all have any questions, comments, whatever it is about the health of locks, about healthy living, period, anything like that, y'all let me know. And hopefully I'll get back on here again and do a little live and see it. Charlie, you got it. You got it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, guys. Y'all have a good night. And I'm going to figure out how to sign off of this. Bye.